Look, I know you, because you're like me. You want an e-bike that checks all the right boxes. You want it to be fast enough to have fun, powerful enough to climb hills, come with good enough quality parts that it's not going to cause you problems down the road, and you want it for a lot less than all the other expensive e-bikes out there. Well, I think I've found exactly what you're looking for, an Lectric XPremium.
Hey everyone, Micah here with Electrek, and today we're reviewing the Lectric XPremium, the best bang for your buck folding mid-drive e-bike out there, and probably one of the best bang for your buck mid-drive e-bikes in general. Let's check it out.
So here's the thing, let's get the price out of the way right at the start of this review because it kind of frames everything else. The Lectric XPremium is priced at $1,899. That sounds like a lot, and it's not nothing, but it's pretty amazing when you consider that other e-bikes with these features and specs often cost well into the $2,000s or even $3,000s of dollars. Now the bike isn't perfect, and I'll get into what I don't like too, but let's start with what I do like. First of all, it's got a mid-drive motor with a torque sensor. That means you get to power your bike through its gear train instead of through a single-speed gear ratio hub motor. That's better for climbing hills, gives more responsive pedal assist, and is an overall nicer setup. The 500-watt motor is rated for 800 peak watts of power, and it blasts you up to 20 miles per hour on throttle, or an even faster 28 miles per hour on pedal assist. There's also a gear sensor that briefly cuts power during shifting to prevent you from mucking up your gears, though you should ideally already be pausing on the throttle or pedal assist during shifts. Next, you get two batteries, one in the down tube and one behind the seat tube. They're 500 watt hours each for a total of 1,000 watt hours. Lectric gives real-world range testing data on their site, showing you'll get around 50 miles on throttle-only riding, or between 60 to 100 miles with pedal assist, depending on your power level. Moving on, check out all the other features you get. Up front is a hydraulic suspension fork to smooth out your ride, and if you get the comfort package, then you'll get a suspension seat post and a cushier saddle too. There's also hydraulic disc brakes, though they're on only 160mm rotors, and I would have loved to have seen 180s. Even so, they work great and they're a huge maintenance benefit since you don't need to adjust them periodically like you do on mechanical disc brakes with a steel cable pull. You'll also get an included rear rack, included full metal fenders, LED lights in the front and rear, and wide handlebars for comfortable control and with plenty of room for adding handlebar accessories like phone mounts, speakers, etc.
And of course, this is a folding e-bike after all, so you're probably going to want to see it folded. The steps are basically the same as every folding e-bike ever. You start at the handlebars there, you fold those down, come to the center of the bike. There's a folding mechanism here. You open that sucker up, you bring the two halves of the bike around, and you've got yourself a folded e-bike. Now keep in mind that this is a 75-pound e-bike, so it is quite heavy. When we talk about folding bikes, they're generally lighter than this, so if you're gonna go pick this thing up, be prepared that it's gonna weigh a ton.
Speaking of all that weight, that leads me into the few downsides I can find in the bike. Other than the rather heavy weight, which honestly doesn't really impact me too much since I don't lift the bike into a car or upstairs frequently, but other than that, I also kind of wish they had gone with 3-inch tires instead of these 4-inch wide tires. The 4-inch fat tires are super wide, and that can be fun for off-roading, but they add more weight and bulk. The 3-inch tires that they have on the Lectric XP 2.0 seem to cut a nice compromise between fat and nimble. But since Lectric now includes slime anti-flat tire material in all of their inner tubes, I'll look the other way here. Another small complaint of mine is the rather basic Shimano tourney derailleur. It's a fine derailleur, even though it's at the lower end of Shimano's hierarchy, and it's nice having 7 gears, but it's just not a top or even mid-level derailleur. I had to do a bit of adjusting on it right out of the box to get the gears to play nice in the middle range, though it was only about 15 seconds of playing with the barrel adjuster, no tools required. If you aren't comfortable making your own derailleur adjustments, then it would be $20 well spent at your local bike shop. But again, this is meant to be a value e-bike, so I understand the choice to go with the basic, simple but effective derailleur instead of spending more and charging more for a higher tier component there. When I consider the bike as a whole, I still can't believe the $1,899 price. It's a fast and powerful e-bike with a mid-drive motor and 2 batteries, not to mention all the included accessories. You could spend this much on a cheap hub motor bike with a single battery. When you look at it like that, my few complaints feel kind of trivial. This is absolutely the best bang for your buck in mid-drive e-bikes right now. There are nicer mid-drive e-bikes out there, of course, but you've really got to pay to play for those. You can find lighter mid-drive e-bikes and fancier options with higher shelf gear, but not at this price. For value shoppers, this is the real deal right here.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We hope you enjoyed that review of the Lectric XPremium. If you did, why don't you give this video a thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any of our future electric vehicle videos. We'll see you here next time.